Dog, what do you think of this? It's good?
It's good.
What is going on, my homies? Welcome to mikeybalzz Fishing. Before we get started, I got a really cool video for you. And let me tease it. You see that thing? I got a new toy. We'll talk about it in a minute. But do me a favor. YouTube has literally unsubscribed people from my channel. I always told you they hated me. It just illustrates that. But go down there and hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. If you guys like direct bait talk, no FBS, talking how to catch fish and catch you more fish, learning and having a good time, this is the channel for you, so make sure you're subscribed. But today I got this cool video planned for you. I just got this new bait. This is actually, made by Bull Shad, Mike Bacca. We've talked about him in past videos. I'll put a link to it at Tackle Warehouse so you guys can go check it out. It's a Mondo swim bait. It's probably like 6 inches long, weighs like 2 ounces or something like that. It's crazy big. And I haven't really done a video on really big swim bait fishing, but we're gonna go out. You can see I'm in like a light shirt. It's been a warm couple days this winter, so I'm gonna go out and try to learn how to throw this thing, see if we can't catch some big bass on it, and just try to explore how to fish a big swim bait for bass in winter. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, let's go catch them. Love it when it gets like this. It's frosty, it's cold, it's icy, but you can still go fishing. There she is. Decent large mouth. Dude, look how they eat that thing. Get in here. Dude, look how they eat that thing. Is that not the coolest deal? Chowed the old swimmy shimmer, dude. Nice. It's another one on the big swim bait, boys. We got 20 pounds. That feels like a big one. We need a net for this guy. Oh yeah. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no!
Oh god.
It's a 5-pounder. I think I got another swim bait, but that was. Don't. Use the net. So bad. Thank God I got another one. That was pretty awful. The problem is I'm laughing about it. So I just lost a 5-pounder on a gigantic swim bait, which I'm gonna show you in a second and tell you a little bit about the setup. I'm not super experienced doing this, so when you put baits like that in my hand, I'm an amateur, dude. This is a new swim bait from Bull Shad. I don't even know what it's called. I'll put a link to it down in the description box. But we're in winter, even though I got a t-shirt on, that's actually part of the trick, is it's warmed up. Like, it's really mild out, and what happens is these fish get super active, and the bait, it's crazy. In fall, you go from like really small baits to really big baits to try to catch bigs. But don't do what I just did. That was pretty sloppy. But what I'm gonna do, I got 20-pound fluorocarbon. I think this is Red Label. Pretty sure. I'm just gonna tie this thing on with a Palomar knot. It's pretty heavy bait. I think it's a couple ounces. However, you'd be surprised how slow it actually sinks. And the body's made with this really durable like material. Put a little lick on there, tighten it down. I'm definitely gonna be using the net on my next fish. Hopefully we get another one because the bigs are biting it. One thing I'd like to do, and I experimented with when the video wasn't on, is putting a trailer hook on this thing to not miss as many bites, because I think there's some spots mixed down in there with them. However, I was unsuccessful. I need some other equipment in order to do that. All right, let's give this thing another try. That was an awesome bite. Fish on the big swim bait. Yeah, that's what eats it. How about them apples, dude? How about them apples? Dude, he ate it on the side of his mouth, which is a little bit worrisome. But big old swim bait, big old bass. So let's break down our setup real quick. I have here, this is a Dobbins 795 Fury, very price conscious rod. This is actually the rod Mike Bacca told me to get to throw some of his swim baits. I have a Daiwa Tattoo on here. This is the bigger one. It's a 150, but it's like the bigger size with the bigger handle you can see on there. There's 20-pound fluorocarbon on here, and basically it's a swim bait rod. I'll throw my jointed bull shads on this. I'll throw glide baits on this. It's a general purpose rod. It's a little bit softer for some of those bigger baits, but I actually like that because a lot of times I'm throwing them in a little deeper water, and I've always preferred a rod that has like a little more like moderate tip bend to it, and that's exactly what this has. But really, the 795, the reason you want a longer rod is so you can make some longer casts. These baits are kind of hard to handle. Plus, you also need to pick up a lot of line when the fish eat it, because it's a lot like spoon fishing. When you hook these fish, you're really dragging them in. You'll see, like, I'm like cranking down. I'm really not fighting the fish that much. It's a big hook on there, and it really gets them, but at the same time, you don't want to give them any slack to go and shake that bait, because the bait weighs so much. It's a lot like when we talk about flipping a 2 ounce. It's very hard because that weight actually knocks the hook out of the fish's mouth, and the same things happen when you're fishing these big swim baits like this. The weight of the bait is actually knocking, as that fish shakes or jumps, it knocks that bait out of its mouth, or it knocks the hook out of its mouth. So you want to basically have a rod that has enough tip to cast this thing, as well as hook them when they kind of suck it in, but you need it to have enough backbone to really just kind of crank down and drag these things in.
Got him that time.
Big old spot, dude.
Big old largemouth on the big bait, dude. I finally lined him up. He ate it about 4 freaking times, dude. How about that?
So what are we doing with this big old beast of a swim bait? Well, I'm slanging it way out there, like way out there. And you can see we're kind of on a point. I'm just kind of working my way around structures, various points and things along those lines. I'll get this thing to the bottom, fishing it anywhere from like 10 all the way down to about 20 foot or so. But I get it to the bottom. There is some trees and stuff around underwater, but I'm just praying that I don't hang them. Once my line goes slack and I know it's down on the bottom, I kind of get my line tight. It's just like fishing a normal swim bait. And in this situation, I'm sort of competing with some of the shad that's around. So I'm kind of putting some fast retrieves in there. And oh God, I just missed one of them. Oh God. And you'll get a lot of short bites. The one thing I need to remedy with this thing is putting a trailer hook on it, because I am getting a lot more bites than I'm closing the deal on, and I need to fix that problem. But it's a 721 reel. You can see I'm going pretty quick, and I'm just keeping it maybe 2 or 3 foot above the bottom and letting it slowly go back down for a second, and then just giving it a few more pulses, and I'll work my way around like a structure or like a point or a bluff, and just kind of, I don't know, like try to cover it as best that I can and pick it apart. And what's interesting is I'll do that follow-up where I'll pull out a Kitech. If I got some bites like I just did, I'll pull out that Kitech and kind of go and make some of the same casts. And usually those smaller spots or those smaller largemouth that are set up there, I'll be able to catch those guys. So it actually helps in locating fish as well.
Got him. Stay out there. Stay on there. Dude, is that a smallmouth? No, it's just a largemouth. Dude, get in here. Get in here. We got him, dog. We got him. I gotta be careful with this boat flipping stuff. This is it's pretty intense. Swim bait bite. This is so cool. Got it. That's old big, dude. Stay on there. That's old big. Little redemption. Little redemption. Oh, I think that's a big. Yeah, it is. Oh God, he ate it. Get in here. Dude, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Look how he ate that thing. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. Look at that thing. Dude, look at that thing. Where do you end a big swim bait video? On a big bass and redemption, dude. We lost that 5-pounder this morning, and I'm like, man, if I grind, maybe I'll get another shot at a big. Check this thing up, dog is super fired up. Let's get her back. It's probably 4.5, dude. But look how fast that thing is. Boys, we did it. That is so cool. Let's get her back. Where's the girl? She chowed it too. None of that side mouth action. See you later, homie. Boys, try some big swim baiting. Like, it is a ton of fun. You're not gonna get a lot of bites, but if you use that technique where you kind of follow up a little smaller swim bait, if you're missing bites, it can be like a blast, and you have a shot at catching some mondos. Check this thing out though. I'll put a link to it at Tackle Warehouse. It's a Bull Shad. It's a Mike Bacca. Like I said, I don't even know what it's called, but it's big, it thumps, and it catches bigs. Hit that like and subscribe button. If you don't do it for me, do it for him, who's looking for the bass. Yes, quite a big one. Tight lines, boys. We'll see you back out on the water or talking fishing from the garage.
We're needing that for this guy. Oh yeah. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh no! Oh, 5-pounder.